Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Challenge Chicago Geographer on HugeQuiz. Today, I am going to be attempting to name the largest European city in each expanding circle and trying to get a better score than he did by naming larger cities than he did. But I don't know how this is going to go. I think it's going to be interesting. I did do another Challenge CG quiz a couple of months back where it was a grid quiz in Europe, but this time it's a circles quiz. So we'll see if I'm able to win this one. So yeah, the idea is I am given a circle here, as you can see. May as well make this full screen, and I have to type the name of the largest city in this circle, which I think surely is going to be Vienna. So I will do that, and it should tell me, yeah, we both got 100 points for that first one. So now we head to the second circle, and it's already a little bit more difficult. I think Brno in Czechia is definitely a good option for this. That should be larger than anything in Slovakia. I think that Linz in Austria is also reasonable. I don't think anything in Hungary is good because Budapest is outside the circle. So I think it's Brno or Linz. I think I'm going to go with Brno, and that is correct. Very nice. Budapest, definitely a good one for this. Prague is as well. I actually do not know which is larger. Ljubljana and Zagreb are also in this circle. I think it's going to be Prague or Budapest, though. I actually don't know which has more people, to be quite honest. I'm going to go Budapest, but I don't feel that confident in it. But I should get decent points either way because I think they're both pretty big. Budapest is correct. Still on a perfect score, but so is he. Oh, I'm covering the scoreboard. One sec. Sorry about that. You should be able to see everything necessary now. So, next circle here. I mean, Eastern Italy, I don't expect there to be much going on here. Like Trieste is in there, but that's not that big of a city. Munich is there. So Munich is large. And then Poland is a consideration as well. I think like Krakow, I think is that one there, which is also good. I would guess that Munich is larger than Krakow and Belgrade isn't in here. So let's go Munich. 100. Very good. Berlin is just outside. This time we are going to have Belgrade, though. Belgrade is very large. Sarajevo isn't as large, so that's not a concern. Italy is something that has to be considered, but I mean, we've got like Venice here and a couple other cities like Verona, I think, but that shouldn't be a problem. Warsaw isn't here. Nothing too big in Ukraine. Timisoara is not big enough, so let's go Belgrade. Okay. Okay, we're getting close to Milan. We don't have Milan yet. Berlin is here, as is Warsaw, which is interesting because I don't actually know which is larger. I would guess that Berlin is bigger, but you never know with like the way that cities are measured. Um, but I don't think Berlin has a lot of big suburbs. I really think that most of the population is in the city proper, which to be fair, I think is also true of Warsaw. I'm going to go Berlin here. And it is okay, but he is still perfect, so he's playing very well. As he's definitely putting the pressure on. We don't have Rome yet. We do have Lviv. No, we don't have Lviv, actually. That was in the previous one. Nothing there. I mean, I think Milan is the leading candidate here. Nothing too big in eastern France. We haven't hit the Rhine-Ruhr area of Germany yet. Poland without Warsaw is going to be nothing. So I think we'll go Milan. Okay. Hamburg in Germany is a consideration. And I do think that by city proper, Hamburg is larger than everything in the Rhine-Ruhr area. So I like that a lot. Nothing too large in Ukraine here. Bucharest is something, but that's further out. Sofia is also not quite in this ring. Skopje isn't going to be large enough. Rome is a problem. I don't know if Hamburg or Rome is larger. That is annoying. I mean, they're both quite big. I think I'm going to go Rome here. It is Rome. Okay, we're still perfect. Oh, this is kind of stressful. Copenhagen is pretty big. Nothing that big in the Netherlands there. Lyon, I don't think is even in here. It wouldn't be the answer regardless, I don't think. This time Sofia and Bucharest are here. Ukraine still isn't much. Minsk, we don't have. I don't think it'd be anything else in Belarus. And I would just guess that Bucharest is larger than Copenhagen. And also, I think larger than Sofia. So I think I like Bucharest best. Scary though. It's like I don't know if I'm like missing something. Oh, he went Naples, but he only got 53 points. Bucharest was the correct answer there, so I do have the lead. Let's see if I can keep it. Thessaloniki is here, so that's an option in Greece. Paris we don't have yet. Brussels we do, but Brussels is not large by city proper population. It's like the fourth largest in Belgium, I think. Minsk is just outside the ring. Kiev is not in here. I think you go like Amsterdam here, probably. Amsterdam or Rotterdam. I think Amsterdam is larger. I think it's just the best one here. There's no way that Thessaloniki is larger, and I don't think Brussels can be either, so I'm going Amsterdam. 89. Wow. Does it say? I don't think it says what the answer was. He also went Amsterdam. I'm actually very curious now what it was. It can't have been Vilnius, surely. Minsk wasn't in the circle. Surely it's not like Chisinau or anything. It could be Thessaloniki, but I'd be shocked if that's bigger than Amsterdam. I actually don't know what it was. Antwerp, maybe? But that seems kind of crazy too. I don't know. Okay. This one, we have Paris, although Paris proper is not that large. We also have Kiev and Minsk, and I think that both of those are larger than Paris. I think Kiev has got to be the larger of the two. Have to worry about Istanbul when we get there, but we're not there yet. So I think you got to go Kiev here. Good. Okay, so Ukraine has a lot of deceptively large cities, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. We have hit the UK now, although we're not at London, so that shouldn't be where the next one is. Palermo in Italy is possible. We're not at Athens yet. Western Turkey, I mean, Edirne is like pretty big, but I'd be surprised if it's the answer. Riga is also pretty large. Ooh, this is interesting. Like, is Riga bigger, or is it going to be like a Ukrainian, like, what is that, like Kremenchuk or something on the river? Is definitely a possibility, or is that like Kryvyi maybe? Or no, that's over there. This is like Kropivnitsky or something. Hmm. I don't know if I like the Ukraine. I mean, Chernihiv, I think, is also one of these, but these aren't like huge cities. But they are still pretty big. I don't think France is the answer. I kind of like Palermo. I kind of like Edirne, but I think I may actually go Riga here. Do I go Riga? I don't know. This is scary. Maybe Riga's not as big as I'm thinking it is. This is, oh man. This is so stressful. I really don't know. This is the first one where I'm having like serious doubts about what to do. I mean, Palermo is a pretty darn big city. I think it's like 10th in Italy or something, 10th ish. So it's not huge, but I just feel like Latvia in general doesn't have a lot of people, but Riga is big. What about like southern Ukraine? We don't have Odessa, which would be the answer probably if it was available, but yeah, I think it's like Kremenchuk or Riga or Edirne or Palermo or something, but I'm gonna try Riga, but I don't like it very much. 95. Palermo is correct, but Riga's 95 points, so it's super close. Honestly, shout out CG for getting that, because I feel like it's hard to go Palermo over Riga there, but very well done. Stockholm is not bad. London is obviously better. Istanbul is even better than that. Let's hope that CG tunnel visioned and said London here. He did not. Okay. That makes sense. Russia is something we now have to consider. Oslo is surely not going to be the answer here. Birmingham, I think, is in here, which is definitely decent. I like Birmingham a lot. I like Barcelona. I don't know which is larger. I would guess that Barcelona is larger than Birmingham, but I'm not sure. Turkey's not a concern anymore because it's not. The rest isn't part of Europe, so I don't think it's going to be in the quiz. Western Russia is not going to be anything. I think it's Birmingham or Barcelona. I'm going to go Barcelona. Nice. CG did go Birmingham, and it was only 69 points, so that is solid for me once again. I do have to be wary of Kharkiv, which I think is this city here, so that's probably the next one, although I will look at some other stuff. I mean, we do have, like, Manchester and Liverpool. I think Manchester's the larger of the two, but I don't think it's larger than Kharkiv, and I don't think anything else here could possibly be. We haven't hit St. Petersburg yet, so Kharkiv it is. 100. Close to Moscow. We have hit St. Petersburg, so that is just, I think, without a doubt, going to be the answer to this. Now we have Moscow, which once again is kind of a no-brainer. And then we are halfway through the quiz with a lot of area already eliminated. We don't have Dublin. We don't have anything large in Scotland. Surely it's not going to be Inverness. It's probably going to be Russia again, and I think a lot of the remaining cities will be Russia. We don't have Madrid. We might have a suburb or two. I don't think that anything here in Spain is like that big. So I'm thinking it's probably Krasnodar is an option. Rostov is an option. Voronezh, I think, is also, or no, that might be, that's over there. Okay. We don't have Yaroslavl. It's not going to be up here, I don't think. Could be a Moscow suburb, but like, I don't know, like Balashikha or something, but I think that's closer to the city, so I doubt it's that. I'm going to go Rostov over Krasnodar. Correct. Good. Okay. Next, again, worth checking this stuff out here. I think in this case, Madrid is pretty good. Although it's still possible we have a Russian city that's larger. But I doubt it here. I gotta go Madrid. 100. Okay, still holding a slim lead. And I feel pretty decent about my Russia city knowledge, so hopefully I can hold it. Again, for Spain, I don't see much here. I think we're pretty close to like Almeria, a couple cities. I just don't think that's ever the answer. So for Russia, it helps that we have the oblast borders because I can kind of tell where certain cities are here. I mean, we're not that far from Nizhny Novgorod, but we don't have that. We don't have Penza. We don't have Saratov. We don't have Saransk. I think it looks like we do have, I believe that's Ivanovo, which is decent. We have this, which is either Vologda or Cherepovets. I'm not actually sure which. And then in the south, I mean, Western Stavropol, there's not a lot here, to be honest. I don't think there's a big city in this area, so we don't have Volgograd either. So I'm thinking it's probably like either Ivanovo or this one. I don't know if it's Vologda or Cherepovets, but I think I can just type one in, and if it doesn't accept it, then just type the other one. I'm gonna try Cherepovets. I don't love this, but it's not. Okay, it might be Vologda then. Which is that big enough, or is Ivanovo bigger? I guess I could zoom into the cities and see how large they look. I mean, that's pretty big. Similar sizes. I think I might actually go Ivanovo. It could be Spain. 66. He went Kostroma, which is 49. Again, I'd be interested to know what the optimal answer was because I definitely dropped some points there, but Not bad. I think that was a pretty hard circle there. Porto is not in here. I think we do have... Do we have Malaga? I don't think so. I think Malaga's that one. So we don't have Sevilla. There's nothing that big over here. There's not going to be anything that north in the Nordic countries, so I think you just go back to Russia here. And Penza, surely Nizhny. Surely it's Nizhny. I shouldn't be thinking about this for that long. Yes, okay. Worth considering here again. Porto is in play. Malaga is in play. And I think that is Sevilla is also in play. So definitely possible that it's one of those. Probably Sevilla would be the largest. But as usual, it's worth checking Russia because there are some big cities here. I think we have Vladikavkaz or no, Nalchik, I think. We might have something in Stavropol, like that could be like Pyatigorsk or something. And then here, I mean, Saratov. Saratov is here. Saratov is pretty big, so I think it's that or it's Sevilla. I'm actually going to go Saratov. I don't feel that good about it, but we'll try it. Yes, good. He went Sevilla 76. Saratov was the optimal answer. Very happy with myself for that. Let's go. Okay. We now have Lisbon. Or do we? Actually, I don't think we do have Lisbon. I think that's in the next circle. So let's focus on Russia once again. I think... Ooh. Here, I think we do have Vladikavkaz, and that is a pretty big city. So I don't mind it at all. It's not going to be Saratov Oblast. Ulyanovsk is... Wait, where is Ulyanovsk? Is it this? I guess that is, yeah, that's the city. So we don't have that. That's like Mariel. There's no way Yoshkar Ola is large enough, and everything else is just too far north. I think I go Vladikavkaz here. Oh, wow. 59. That's not even that good, but he went with the same one. So I'm actually very curious what it was. I don't think it was Lisbon. It could have been a suburb of Lisbon, but I wouldn't expect that to be that much larger than Vladikavkaz. So, that's a bit odd. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Do you go Lisbon here? Is the question. Or do you go Astrakhan, which is there? Definitely an option. Kazan, actually. I think that's Kazan. I like Kazan better than Lisbon or Astrakhan. Yes, good. Okay, now Portugal is completely off the table. Iceland is just never going to be the answer, so it's Russia time. We have Makhachkala, I think is right there. So that's good. We have Samara, which I would guess is a little larger. And should be larger than Kirov or anything in Tatarstan. So Samara is what I'll go for there. Further down from Makhachkala, don't think we're going to get anything in Dagestan. There is some stuff in eastern Tatarstan, which I think is good. Izhevsk is a possibility. Where is the city? I think the city is there, so we don't have Izhevsk. There's nothing in Kirov. Syktyvkar isn't an option either. We might have Arkhangelsk. No, that's further west. So I think you actually go maybe Nizhnekamsk or Naberezhny Chelny for Tatarstan, but it's hard. Like that's, yeah, it feels like the best option though. I'm gonna go Nizhnekamsk. Oh lord. Oh no. What have I done? Okay, so I said both of those. I genuinely thought Nizhnekamsk was larger. But I'm not that shocked that it's not larger, but I am shocked that it's that much smaller. Less than half points is brutal for that, but okay, now I'm scared. We have Syktyvkar for the Komi Republic. I do think that that's going to be smaller than Izhevsk. Western Bashkortostan, far eastern Tatarstan. I don't think there's anything there. I think the only good answer here is Izhevsk, unless we have Murmansk, which I didn't actually consider, but we're past that anyway, so I will go Izhevsk. Do we have Ufa? Looks like we... Ugh. Oh, man. It's close. I'm guessing the city center is east of here, but it might be worth trying it just in case. It looks like Perm is also east, which is sort of annoying because it leaves me with very little. Except Orenburg. Okay, we do have Orenburg. So that will work. I'm going to do Ufa first to make sure it's not in this circle, and it is. This is why you do that. Like, technically, the city center was west of the line, and it's like, if I typed Orenburg, I would have gotten destroyed there. So there's no, like, penalty to guessing wrong there. So I definitely did the right thing, and it looks like now we do have Perm, and that's surely the answer for the next one. Oh my goodness, this is close. This is very, very close. And we don't have Chelyabinsk yet. We don't have Yekaterinburg. There's not going to be anything up north that's large enough. East of Orenburg, you have like Orsk, which I think Orsk is here, to be honest. So I don't think we have that. Bashkortostan, there's nothing here in the mountains. I think Mias. Is Mias ever here? That looks like a mine. Where is Mias? I think it might be further east. Oh, this is really nasty, actually. That's Yekaterinburg. Where is Nizhny Tagil? I don't think it's this far west. I think it's like that one. Northern Perman is like Solikamsk or Chusovoy maybe, but those are just not that good. Yeah, I don't think we have Orsk, so this is really hard. Jesus. To be honest, I'm not sure there's that many cities I can even name in here, so I'm going to try Mias and hope that it's in here, and it's not. Try Orsk. Okay, so at this point, I'm just trying to get a city. And I think I'll try Chusovoy. And it works. Nice. Oh, Keflavik. Oh my god, I was not looking at Iceland. Holy moly. Okay, okay. Well, Chusovoy was better. It wasn't optimal, but I don't know what was. But look, I'll take it because I almost didn't get a city there at all. Okay, Iceland is no longer a thing, so I'm not going to look at that. Now it is truly just Russia. There are 4 circles left. Here, I think we have probably Chelyabinsk itself. Never mind, that's over there. So it's probably Magnitogorsk, because I think that's this city. That, or it's Yekaterinburg, which it is. I almost missed that. Okay. That would have been a good way to throw the entire thing away, but we got it. Now we have Chelyabinsk. These last 2 are going to be insane. What? Wait, what? Wait, what are the last 2? Kurgan is not in Europe, so it's not going to count. This circle is larger. I think it's larger because it had to get larger to include Vorkuta? Maybe? Is that what's happening? Or is it something in eastern... But if it was eastern Sverdlovsk Oblast, you wouldn't have a larger circle because it would have covered it with a smaller one. So I think it is actually expanding to include Vorkuta. He didn't get it. Nice. Okay, so that should clinch me the victory. How is there another one? This is what I don't understand, because now... Oh my god, is it the Azores or something? Or, oh my god, it's the Canaries? Wait, do the Canaries count? That's gotta be it, right? I think that's the only thing that's here. So I think you go Santa Cruz to Tenerife. Nope, never mind. What? Is that outside the circle? It's not, I don't think. Is it not? I mean, the Canaries are geographically Africa, but what do we have left? Everything here is not... What? It's not Svalbard. It's not Greenland. Oh, it is Azor. Oh my god, I didn't see them. Which is too small. Ponta Delgada. Boom. Okay. Good stuff. 3,213 points out of a possible 3,400, I believe. Not so bad. The biggest whiff, I think, was going Nizhnekamsk on Naberezhny Chelny, but I don't feel terrible about that one. Vladikavkaz, I don't know what I was supposed to say. Amsterdam wasn't optimal. Chusovoy, that was just a hard one. But I assume if I end quiz, it'll tell me some more stuff, hopefully, about what I could have done. Maybe? Does it? I don't know. I can hover over the cities, but it doesn't tell me anything. This might be a skill issue on my end. Like, there might be... Oh, typing skip gives me fireworks. That's lovely. But it doesn't tell me anything. Okay. Well, I'm just going to have to leave it to you guys in the comments then. If you guys know what I missed for these few circles that I didn't get the optimal score, then please do tell me. I am very interested to hear. But yeah, I really think that there were only a few where I dropped points. I mean, Riga, I lost 5. That wasn't that big of an error. Amsterdam, I lost 11. Vladikavkaz, we both lost 41. Nizhnekamsk, I lost 56. And then Chusovoy, I lost another 40. This one, like, I was glad I could even name a city in that circle at all, because Chusovoy is not that easy of a city to know. But yeah, this was good. I'm glad I was able to win. Again, I would do the Challenge Chicago Geographer quizzes that he does that are the US quizzes if I stood even remotely a chance. But his US knowledge is so much better than mine that it would just be a massacre. But I think that the European knowledge is fairly similar. So, I mean, we're pretty close on these quizzes. So I find them very, very fun to play. If you guys have any other things you would like me to try, whether quizzes on my own or other challenges against CG or anyone else, then as always, let me know in the comments what you would like to see next. But that's going to be it for me for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again next time. Goodbye.